So here's kind of a map of it. You start with understanding compound interest, which hooks off of the exponential models, right? And then there's that crazy compound interest formula, which is not super useful in your own personal life, just based on me being a math person, knowing I can use that formula and never using it in my real life. And then we get into credit cards, and you've got the finance charge is one of the big concepts, and then the other one is the payoff table. And the payoff table builds off the finance charge, but then brings in the payment, and so you're going up and down and up and down, and you're using the table to structure that, which is pretty complicated. You're in the test, you're going to be asked to do, I think, 2 lines. So, 2 months and get down to the 3rd line. In real life, you would use Excel. You would not do this by hand, because what you want to be able to do is go out 40 months or 300 months or however many months it is to see how long is it going to take to pay this off. So that's one of the really important Excel connections that'll come into project 2. Anything else about credit cards? And then, so today we're moving into PMT and PV. So understanding loans. These are Excel formulas. You cannot use a calculator to do it. Excel is not like the only thing in the universe that you could use. Google Sheets has the same tools. If you just Google mortgage calculator, you could probably, it'll come up with a same kind of tool with 3 inputs. So here it's not so much knowing how to solve some math problems, but like understanding how you use the tool and then understanding what you would do with that information. And then the last section is FV, which is all about retirement. And again, same thing, that's an Excel tool that we're going to use, and we're not focused so much on any mathematics around that equation or that computation, but really about like understanding what the significance of that is. So this financial handout kind of goes over the top 6 things that I think are important to you as humans, as people who exist inside of this capitalist society and have to worry about money. So I'm going to put that up into the modules and then put an announcement up for it. So that's just kind of the overview of the financial section. And again, the big question that overrides this, and that is going to be the big thread in project 2, is how much does it cost me to borrow X dollars? And the PMT and the PV have a big part to play in that potentially. They're just different ways of approaching the same concept about borrowing money. And that's where we're headed today. Any questions about the big picture, what's happening, financial? If you have, it's very gratifying to me if you have some kind of personal situation that connects to the material, love to hear your questions about it. Privately, text, email, whatever, if you're in the middle of thinking about buying a house, if you're in the middle of thinking about buying a car, it just helps me kind of frame questions more realistically, the way that students think about them. And that's really what I want ultimately.